You guys heard about a Malaysian company listing on NASDAQ? Surprising, right? And it's not a tech company, it's Chicken Claypot House, from Penang all the way to New York. It shot up fast, and then boom, in just one day the price crashed 82%. What started as a proud Malaysian IPO quickly turned into a massive collapse. So what actually went wrong? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Huat Equity. I share simple database breakdowns on Bursa, US and Singapore markets using real numbers and the bigger macro story behind them. Today, I want to break down this case. A Malaysian F&B brand that went global too fast, got priced like a tech superstar, and then collapsed almost overnight. This is the story of Chicken Claypot House. Make sure to subscribe, like and share this with someone who would find it helpful. You can also join my group to discuss more. The link is in my bio. Before it became a controversial ticker, Chicken Claypot House or CCHH is a hotpot restaurant chain in Malaysia. It was founded in 2015 by two brothers, Johnny and Steve Goh, with about 15 years of experience in the food business. They offered a 2-in-1 meal where you eat the claypot chicken first, then add soup to turn it into a hot pot. By June 2025, they had become the largest chicken hot pot chain in Malaysia by outlet count. But let's be honest, chicken hot pot is a very small niche. Being the biggest in a small niche does not mean you are ready for the global stage. A big fish in a small pond is still a small fish in the ocean. Instead of listing locally or in Singapore, they went straight to the US. Now this part is important. Not all NASDAQ listings are the same. Big names like Grab sit on the global select tier with very strict rules and high standards, while CCHH listed on the capital market tier, where smaller and riskier companies usually go and where price movements can be very wild. They raised about 5.75 million US dollars. On paper, everything looked fine. Then the share price exploded. It ran all the way up to around $15. And people started asking questions. This is a claypot chicken business. Why was the valuation flying like Nvidia? And there were three main reasons behind the collapse. First problem was valuation. The math simply didn't add up. At its peak, CCHH was valued at around 26 times earnings PE. For context, global legends like Haidilao or Wendy's usually trade between 8 to 16 times. Even McDonald's was cheaper. How does a local restaurant with zero global fame get priced higher than the Golden Arches? There was no logical answer, just pure sharp rise. Second problem was the financials. They were already weak before the IPO. Revenue had dropped by almost 9%. That is not growth, that is contraction. Even worse, their free cash flow was negative in both 2023 and 2024. They weren't generating cash, they were burning it. This was a massive red flag that many retail investors ignored while chasing the American dream. The third problem was the low float trap. This is the technical reason why the price moved like a roller coaster. CCHH had an ultra low float, meaning very few shares were actually available for the public to trade. When supply is tiny, it doesn't take much money to push the price up. This created massive FOMO, sending the stock to $15, but a low float is a double-edged sword. On December 12, 2025, the music stopped. When a few early speculators started selling to take profit, there was no support floor. No big institutional banks were there to buy the dip. It triggered a panic selling chain reaction. Everyone rushed for the exit at the same time, but the door was too small. The price fell off a cliff because there were zero buyers left. Right now, CCHH is struggling to survive. If the price stays below $1, they get kicked off the exchange. Management is talking about expanding to New York and Africa. But with what money? Most see this as marketing talk rather than a real plan. Good food does not automatically mean a good stock. Public markets don't care about taste or nostalgia, they care about cash flow and sustainability. When pricing is driven by speculation rather than numbers, it always ends the same way. Fast rise, faster collapse. Do you see this as a failed business or something that feels closer to a scam? Share your thoughts in the comments, join the discussion in my group, and follow the channel for more Malaysia-focused market stories.